Hi, welcome back to the Hollywood International Film Academy. And today's guest, we have Zak Lee, who is an actor and a stuntman here in Hollywood. So let's get to know who he is and what he's done here in Hollywood. So, Zak, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, tell us first, you've now worked, you told me that you work with Russell Wong.
That's when I started, when I came in the United States. One of the major show, basically, was my first major show I did in Los Angeles as a stuntman. And I was played the role of, usually the gang member.
You were the gang member when you
I was a
started.
gang member. I had a long hair with a ponytail. I mean, pretty much this long down here. So, and that was fun. That's when I met Russell, and we still really are good friends. So we still training together. I train him in martial arts, and we sharing things, and we spent some time together. So
Now, you started as an actor in Italy and then came to Hollywood?
I started in Italy when I was 16. I started in productions, and a good friend of mine introduced me, how really the movies be made, at least in Italy. Then I really enjoyed all the process of the filmmaking, especially the production side. So I was the first one waking up, and the last one going to sleep, bottom line. So that was a long day.
And you liked it.
And I like the energy. I'm a dreamer. So that means, I'm self-motivated, and I knew exactly what I was looking for from, I tell you also the year, I mean, from age 9. So I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I loved to do. And unfortunately, I was in one country which a lot of people, including even my family, they didn't take it seriously.
They didn't take it serious.
No, really
You,
seriously.
what made you made that decision to say, hey, I've got to be in Hollywood and not in Italy?
Well, that stage happened later after being Hollywood and not in Italy, because when I was a kid, I didn't know about Hollywood, and I didn't know about United States and all this open opportunity we have over here today, no matter what, how saturated it might look like this business or any business over here in United States. I can speak in Los Angeles, for Los Angeles, and I don't know any other states, but my first idol was Bruce Lee, what's new? And I was passionate in martial art. I really enjoyed what I was dreaming about it.
You want to make martial art movies?
Well, first I started, I want to become a champion martial art. I want to become like Bruce Lee. I want to become, strong and doing all Chinese movies, bottom line. And of course, after that, I said, wow, he's doing a movie. Why not me? Of course, I was young. I was dreaming, especially in another country, Italy. They love soccer. They love tennis. They love anything else. But they didn't know what was martial arts or karate or kung fu. They would think it was like Chinese food, actually. So that's pretty much it. That was the culture, and I was battling all the time. So I had a lot of naysayer around because they would think it was just a kid. It's not a real job. Get you a real
How
job.
did you get over that? Here we call them haters that they don't.
In Italy, they call me stubborn. But I call determination. I call it like it was passion. Passion is always was my motivation from the young age. And I never stop until today. And I will never stop anyway.
You just love this business.
The reason why that's keep me alive, even though I had so many opportunity, and or approach different type of businesses or approach different type of jobs as well, they never last longer. Not because I was quitting, but for other things, bottom line. And some of the jobs in business that I decided just to move on.
So you work with Ben Affleck, right?
Yes, I just finished work with Ben Affleck. It was a great experience. The movie is Live by Night.
Uh-huh.
And it's a period movie from basically, late 1920s, 1930s, early 1930s.
Oh, it's not a martial arts movie.
No, it's not a martial
Oh,
arts
an
movie.
act- this is
It's a
what-
really an acting
acting
job,
job.
actually. That's actually is one I really care about, even though, a lot of people that says, wow, but that's just it's such a small role. And I says, no, it doesn't exist a small role,
No
acting
small
role.
roles.
It's not so small role, just the small actors. So whatever you do,
Yeah.
once you're in the cast, you gotta do the best you can and everything you got, no matter what, even if you have 1 word, 2 words, 3 lines, 10 lines, or none. So
That's
it's
true,
a very
yeah.
important. You gotta be there, be present, be in the moment, and helps also, especially the lead actor, and feeding exactly what he's looking for, especially if the actor, the lead actor, the star, is a director and producer. In this case, is Ben Affleck.
What is your philosophy in acting?
Like people, they say, you overact, you overdo. Don't act. just be yourself. And that is my niche. It's very simple to be yourself. When people, unless we play a specific role which has some kind of an angle, then we have to study that role. Then we have to become that individual. And that's when the method acting is coming through. That is my training. So, but that's for specific role. But when we talk about, like, the villains, the guy, the good guy, the bad guy, but we're going to break down, the character as an actor. That's what I do, break down the character and build up and making up like a backstory, even if it's not on the screenplay. In that case, I can feed that kind of look or the energy or the vibe.
What advice can you give for our audience, for actors out there who just are starting out?
They gotta have a lot of passion.
It's a passion.
If you don't have a passion in this life, including the acting, you will never move on. We can find so many obstacles in our life. We can find the naysayer. We can find anything can happen to our life, from the health to the financial, to relationship, to family, or even, like I mentioned, people, they don't want you to make it for whatever reason. The passion is the driving. And eventually, anybody has some passion, they can achieve whatever they want to achieve.